While most world leaders fret over bombs and stockpiles in the Iranian nuclear deal, some Europeans are focused on lining their pockets. As CBN Middle East Bureau Chief Chris Mitchell reports, the lifting of Iranian sanctions could mean millions.
One sign resulting from the controversial nuclear deal with Iran could read "open for business." That's why the German economics minister and French foreign minister ran to the front of the line to visit Tehran.
Economic factors will be dominant, while the other aspects of the deal, which is Iran compliance, will be pushed aside, I'm afraid.
Reports say European businesses are ready to compete for their share of the 77 million strong Iranian market. Sanctions relief in the deal would pour between $50 to $150 billion into the Iranian economy, enabling Iran to become better at what it already does well: export terrorism.
It's a huge amount of money that will help them to recover their economy, to keep the regime in power, and to use that money in order to finance all of those terrorist organizations in the region.
There will be enough money for Iran to export the revolution to Syria, to help Hezbollah, to send missiles and the know-how how to build missiles, rockets to Hamas.
President Obama even admitted that the terrorists would benefit from sanctions relief, but said it was worth the trade-off for Iran not to get a nuclear bomb.
Let's stipulate that some of that money will flow to activities that we object to.
Iran supports terrorist organizations, Obama said, and even groups that have killed American troops.
The truth is that Iran has always found a way to fund these efforts, and whatever benefit Iran may claim from sanctions relief pales in comparison to the danger it could pose with a nuclear weapon.
Within 8 years, people like Qasem Soleimani, commander of the Quds Force that supports terror proxies throughout the Middle East, will be off some lists. Israeli Interior Minister Silvan Shalom told CBN News it doesn't make sense.
It looks an absurd that a terrorist like Soleimani, that is running all of the terrorist operations here in our region, will be out of that list and will be a free man. And the Israelis are brought to the International Court in The Hague.
In fact, Western intelligence agencies said he already broke travel sanctions when he visited Moscow and met with Russian leaders last month. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Michael Segal says dangerous people will be taken off the sanctions list.
There is a guy, most of people probably didn't hear about him. His name is Faridun Abbasi Davani. He was the head of the Iranian Atomic Energy Association, one of the most skillful nuclear scientists, and people like him will be moved out from the sanction list.
Iranian leader Ayatollah Khamenei may soon press his advantage. According to a New York Post report, he recently released a 416-page book called Palestine, in which he lays out a plan to destroy Israel. As Congress debates the nuclear deal and the friction continues between the U.S. and Israel, it's clear the mullahs will see them as one, the great and little Satan, and they still call for death to both. Chris Mitchell, CBN News.
And you can log on to CBN.com for more stories and information on the Iranian nuclear deal.